let's get going. Feet about hip width apart. Arms all the way up and round, big circles. Keep that going. Just got to set the timer. And then circle the arms forwards, all the way around, up and over. And we're not using Instagram today because it stopped a couple of times yesterday, so we're just going to stay with Zoom. Zoom seemed to work kind of perfectly well yesterday. I just want you to swing your arms from side to side and then feel the outside pressure in one side of the foot and inside pressure of the other foot. So outside one foot, inside the other foot, outside, and just let your head turn as well and start to look over your shoulder. So it's nice and free and easy. Okay, good. And then feet a little bit wider, turn the toes out, and then just sink down. So you're coming into a deep squat. All the way down, keeping your chest up. Just let the arms go all the way forwards. Now, get as deep as you can, as long as you can keep your chest up. So I'll give you a side view of that. So you're going to sink down, keep your chest up as low as you can go. And if you can get your bum onto your heels, even better. Okay, so all the way down here, and then stand up through your heels. So as you stand up, you're not leaning forwards to stand up and rounding your spine. You're just trying to keep your chest up. So really, I'm coming up through your knees, chest is up. Slowly, 2 more. Sink down. And 1 more. All right, and then we're going to do the leg swinging one. So you need a little bit of room. Make sure you don't kick anything in front of you or behind you or someone else. So just going to let your leg swing, pendulum-like leg action, and your arms can just go free and easy as well. And just give me 4 more of these. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then swap legs. So you're just going, start off low, and then just sort of build it up, get a little bit higher. If you can get it to hip height, then try going to chest height. And swinging 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And shake the legs. Okay, so you're going to come down to the floor. I want you to sit into like a Z shape with your legs. Okay, it's like a Z sit. Okay. If you are struggling sitting like this, then if you grab a cushion and just put it under this hip, and then you might be able to sit up a little bit taller. It's not particularly easy for me either, but some of you are going to be able to sit here with your body nice and tall. Just want to put one hand down to the side, so I'm going to put my left hand down, reaching my right arm over my head, and then you're going to put this hand down and then come over here. So just a little side bend. So just reaching as far as you can, just through your spine, side stretch, and this hand down, and then this hand comes over. So you're going to start to look at the floor, and then you're going to look at this hand this way, okay? 2 more. And 1 more. Okay, then you're going to switch your feet. So Z sit the other way. 1 leg is in front, 1 leg is behind. Again, if it's too tight and you can't sort of sit up, just chuck a cushion under this hip to get you a little bit higher, okay? And then hand over your head. Reach over. Reach over. So look at the floor now. This elbow is heavy, the shoulder is down. And then just go this way. 2 more. And 1 more. Okay, then you're going to come onto all fours. Okay, so knees under your hips, stand into your arms. We talked about this yesterday, so you're not sinking into your shoulder like that, but you're pressing into the arms. See how I've almost rounded the upper back? The neck is long, no tension in the neck. Okay, then all I want you to do is curl the toes underneath and just raise the knees. So you're really standing into your arms. So I don't want to see this with the head dropped, but stand into your arms. And then from there, you're going to see if you can press 1 leg behind you and then put it back onto the floor, but still hovering the knee. If it's too much to hover the knee, just come onto your knees and do the same move. All right, so curl the toes underneath, lift the knees 2 inches, and then reach, point the toe, See how far you can reach that back leg. So how much length can you create back there? Keep moving. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then come down onto your knees, have a little shake through your hips and your shoulders, and then put your hands out in front of you, knees wide on the mat, feet together, and then you're going to sit back and then come forwards, sit back and then come forwards, sit back and come forwards. 2 more. 1 more. All right, and then we're going to come into that push-up position where the shoulders are under your, hands are under your shoulders, and then from there, you're going to step on the outside of your hand with 1 foot, let the hip drop, and then come back into a plank position, and then go out to the other foot and just let the hip drop, and then start to look up, all right? So into a push-up position, see how far you can get. Can you get that foot next to the outside of your hand, and then just look up? So you might feel a little mini stretch through this hip as you drop this hip down and look forward, but keep moving. Okay? So we're moving, moving, moving. All right, then come onto your knees again, and then sit back and just let the arms creep forwards. Walk the hands forwards, but sit your bum back towards your heels. 3, 2, 1, and then onto your knees, grab the back of the head, tuck the tailbone under, and then from there you're going to side bend, and then come back into the center, side bend. If you look down, can you see your knees? If you can't, just tuck the tailbone under, and just lean back a little bit, then hands here. 1 elbow down, 1 elbow up high. So side front view of that is here, okay? So keep moving. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hands back onto the mat. Come up into a big sort of pike position where you lift your hips up and you're on your toes, okay? And from there, you're going to drop 1 heel down to the back of the mat and then come back up and then swap legs. So you're going to keep swapping. So we're just going to call this marching, just working through our feet. So 8, 7, so you're looking at your feet. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come onto your knees again. All right, so put the hands and point them the other way and bring your knees closer to your hands, and then I want you to rock back and then come forwards, rock back, come forwards. As you do that, you're going to feel a stretch through your forearms. Just keep moving. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, onto all fours. Then from there, we're going to take 1 arm. I'm going to reach under my armpit, look at the wall, come back onto all fours, take the other arm, and reach under. As I reach under, I look at the ceiling at the same time. So I want to breathe out as you reach under. Breathe out. You can see this other arm bends to allow me to turn and reach. Okay, so breathe out. So you're looking underneath your chest, in this gap here, and up towards the ceiling. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. And then come up onto your knees, shake the hands hard, and then go ear to shoulder into the center, ear to shoulder. So front view of that is just ear to shoulder, into the center, ear to shoulder. Keep that going. 4 more, 4, and in, 3, and in, 2, and in, 1, and in. Okay, onto your backs now. So we did the bridge, the shoulder bridge yesterday. I want you to go arms by your sides, but if you want to make this tougher already, and your feet are hip width apart, feet, knees, hips all tracking, stand into your feet. stand into your arms. If you want to make this tougher, take your hands away already, and then you're just going to drive through your feet, lift the hips up, but keep the front of your ribs soft, okay? So the hips are high, but I'm not jamming onto my neck like this. So you'll see people bridge like this, which is really bad, okay? Really bad form, and you'll see the knees go out to the side. Keep your hips, knees, feet all tracking. Up, and then roll down through your body. So imagine this is your spine. As you roll down, it's sort of that effect. Okay, imagine your spine is like a little bit of seaweed moving through the water, and it's a really soft landing. Okay, there's movement in your spine as you drop down, and your tailbone lands softly on the mat as you come down. Okay, so come up and hold now. Again, you can keep the hands here or keep them here for a bit of support. And then from there, I want you to take your leg up towards the ceiling. And then from here, I want you to come down for 5, down to the other leg, 4. So I'm pressing into the foot that's on the floor to allow this other leg to move, to drive the foot into the floor to keep the height. 1 more, and then hold it up. And then from here, I want you to make little circles around one way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then around the other way. So we're going around 5, 4, this leg is long and straight, toe pointing towards the ceiling, 2, and 1. Now without coming down, I want you to swap legs. So stand into the other foot to float this leg up, and then down towards the other knee, keeping your pelvis really stable. 1, 2, so your hands are down for a bit of support, or if you want to make it really hard, arms away. And then 1 more. And then from there, you've got the little circles, okay? So you're going to circle your foot around one way, 5, 4, without moving the other hip. 3, 2, 1, and then around the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then foot down to the floor, and then from here, roll down through your body, back down onto the mat. Okay, hug the knees into the chest, and then come up and look forward. Try and get your nose between your knees, and then release. Okay, shake the legs, shake the legs. Now from here, legs into tabletop. So that's tabletop, sort of 90-degree angle in here. Now you're trying to hold neutral spine, so I don't want you to imprint and press your lower back into the floor. You'll never hear me talk about imprinting. Trying to stay neutral as much as possible at both of our studios. From here, I want you to tap one foot towards the end of the mat and then bring it back up and then tap the other foot. Okay, so that's level 1 move. Okay. Level 2 move is to lift your chest and head up, take the back of your head, and then reach one leg forwards, flex the foot, bring it back into tabletop, and then the other leg flexes. Okay, and you're going to breathe out as you do this. So you've either got your toe tap, where your head is down, and you're just tapping the edge of the mat, or you're in this position and you're just going to reach that leg along and you'll breathe out. Now, I don't want the upper half to sort of move around. I'm going to try and keep this really still and really high. And if you just think if it's too easy, which some of you will be thinking, I want you to come up another inch in your chest and then do it from there for 6 more. 5, 4, breathing out, 3, breathing out, 2, breathing out, 1, and then come down, shake the knees. Good. Okay, come up into a seated position. Okay, hands face forwards, or you can go sort of slightly out to the sides. And I want you to get your feet about hip width apart, stand into your feet and lift the hip up as high as you can. making this sort of reverse bridge. And you're either looking forwards or you're looking up towards the ceiling. I want you to now reach one leg forwards, point the toe, come back in, take the other leg away, point the toe. Now the hips are not going to drop from side to side. So we did this yesterday. So you should be a lot better at this now. Can you keep your hips? So you have to drive the foot that's into the floor to allow the other leg just to float up. It wants to drop like this as you take one leg away, but you've got to keep the hips up, okay? So for 6, 5, open up the chest. Okay, breathe out as you reach. 2 and 1. Good, come down, shake. All right, moving a little bit quicker now. I want it to come onto your elbow, and you could either come onto your knees in side plank, that's level 1. Level 2 is here, which we did yesterday. Level 3 today, a bit harder, is to come onto your left hand and then reach this up. The head's in the middle, so, and again, if you want to go even harder, you can lift this leg. Okay, for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. You can go onto the other wrist. I'm just going to come to the other side of the mat. This hand is under the shoulder when you're in that position. So remember the levels. Elbow, knees, level 1. Level 2 on your feet with your hip high. And then all the way up to here. Okay? Arm out. And remember, you can lift this leg if you want to. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then down. Good. Sit back. Have a little shake through the shoulders. Okay, so now you're going to come into a push-up position. If this is too much, do it on your wrist and do it from here. On your forearm, sorry, not your wrists. And then from there, see how I've got my feet flexed? I just want you to move back through your ankles, so press your ankles back, and then come forward. So you're bringing your shoulders way over your hands, okay? And then press back. So most people's push-up cheat. Your start position, you're cheating from back here. So you need to get those shoulders over your hands and stand into your arms. And then you can work from feet. If that's too easy, you can raise one leg. So you're just working through one foot, okay? We're pressing the heel back, rocking forwards and back, standing into the arms. 5, 4, 3, stretch this leg that's lifted to the back of the room behind you to create the length. One more, and then swap legs. So you're on your toe, or you're on your forearms, remember, and you can still work through your feet. So I'm coming onto my toe, and then I'm pressing my heel back towards the floor. And my top leg, this leg, is reaching behind me, and I'm still standing into the arms. Arms are strong and straight, fingers are spread wide. 3, 2, and 1. Come down onto the knees, sit back, take a little stretch, shake through the shoulders, roll the wrists. Okay, come into a plank position. We're going to do some push-ups. So the hands are under the shoulders, knees together. When you do, if you're on a 3/4 push-up, the elbows are going to stay tucked in, and the nose is going to, you're wanting to try and get your nose on the mat, okay? If that's too much, bring the knees in a bit closer, here, but still try and get the nose down, okay? Or you've got the full press up. Let's go for 10. 10, 9, so the nose is touching. 8, stand into the arms. 7, 6, 5, 4, elbows in. 3, use your feet. 2, 1, and then sit back. Take a stretch. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, or up. Take one leg forwards, come up onto your mat. All right, so shake the arms. Stand on the end of the mat, grab a drink if you want a drink. Maybe now's a good time. It's just an excuse for me to have a drink. It's the talking. I can handle the movement. It's the talking at the same time, obviously. Okay, hands on the hips. So we're going to go into some alternating lunges. I want you to step forwards with one foot, come back in, and then step forwards with that. I don't mind how deep you go at the moment, but I want you to see if you can use both legs to come and stand back up. So it's not just the front leg that's driving back, to see if you can use both feet to come back into stand. All right? Arms can be down by your sides. Little opposite arm action if you want to make it a bit more dynamic. Taking one arm forwards, or just keep your arms by your sides, balance. But keep moving, keep moving. So, as you stand back, press off through the front heel now. Ready? So drop down deeper and see if you can get the back knee to almost touch your mat or lightly touch the mat. So use the front heel now to press back. Are you ready? We're going to do 6 more. 6, just keep the chest up, eyes looking forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet together. Okay, we're going into our roll down. We did yesterday. If you weren't with us yesterday, I want you to shift your weight forwards, like you're falling forwards. So the weight's in the balls of the feet. You're going to scoop your body around your spine. You're going to dive down towards the floor. If you need to bend the knees, you can. Get your hands on the floor. Walk out. I want you to give me, today, 5 push-ups. Ready? Elbows in. Knees down if you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back in. Stand into your feet. Send the tailbone down to propel you up. Go again. Shift your weight forwards, dive down. Keep the legs straight if you can. 5 push-ups, knees down if you want. Elbows tucked in. 1, 2, nose almost touches the floor. 3, 4, 5. Walk it back in, walk it back in. Stand into your feet. Come all the way up. Go one more time. I just wanted to hold down in that push-up position. So come and push up position. Okay, so stand into your arms. I want you to bring one knee forwards and then back, and then the other knee forwards. Okay, so the knees are between your, almost coming between your forearms as it comes through. So you're just going to tap that foot. We're going to do 6 more. 6, 5, neck is long, no tension in the neck. 3, 2, and 1. Holding push-up. Now, can you go opposite knee to opposite elbow? Can you get it to touch? 10, 9. If this is too much, just stop, have a rest. 8, 7, 6. Can you get the knee to touch the elbow? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now sit back. Take a stretch. Good work. A little shake through the shoulders. And then come back up. And then stand up. Okay, so back onto the end of the mat. I'm going to take your right leg forwards. Okay, so you're into a long split leg lunge position. All right. I'm on the toe of my back foot, hands on the hips. If you've done this before, get going. Going to keep the chest up, eyes looking forwards. And you're going to bend both legs. Again, the back knee can almost touch the mat. So you're going to do about 10 on each leg. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I want it to hold down this time, hold down. Now, from here, pulse. Hands can be on the hips, or you can take it out. A little sort of small sort of pulsing movement through your legs. Okay, so 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then from here, I want to float up onto your right leg and see if you can balance from here with your arms out wide, keeping your chest up and your back leg back straight, arms out. If you need to hold something now to get your balance lightly with one hand, a wall or window, go for it. If anyone wants to make this harder, we're going to bend this right leg for 5 counts and straighten it. 5, 4, 3, deeper you go, as harder it is. 2, and 1, and then shake the leg. Okay, so also we were hitting that right leg hard and sort of getting into the glute. Have a little stretch on that right leg. I want you to put your right heel on your left knee. Okay, and then I want you to sit down. So you're pressing your pelvis back and do your side view. Again, you can hold the wall if you need to, or a chair. Sink down and feel a stretch on the outside of your hip there as you sink. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake the leg. Okay, so now we're going to take the left leg forwards. So you're in a long split leg lunge position. If your feet are slightly offset, so see how one leg's behind, if you put your feet a little bit out there, you get a bit more balance. So if you need balance, do that. A little bit even further out. And then you're going to drop down for 10. Chest up, bend both legs. 9, 8, 7, 6, keep the heel high of the back foot. 5, 4, can that back knee hit the floor? Almost there. Just give me one more. Okay, now go down and hold about halfway with your chest up. And then from there, I want you to pulse through that leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then float onto that front leg. Now you can either hold still. Now I feel like the chest is up, the back leg is straight. So if you've got more flexibility, you might be able to get a little bit higher with that back leg, but I don't want the chest to drop like this, okay? Front leg is straight, back leg is straight, chest is up. Now from there, bend that front leg for 5, or just hold and balance. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then back. Okay, shake the leg. So this time we're going to put the left heel on the right knee. Again, if you need to hold a chair or a wall for a bit of balance. And then you're going to sit your bum back as if you're sitting into a chair. Drop back, but keep your chest up. And then you're feeling a stretch on the outside there of your one side of your pelvis. Sink down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake the legs. Okay, so I'm going to stand one side of my mat, and my right leg is going to drop out to the side, and the left leg is straight. Now, I want to sink into that right leg, or the outside leg, and start sinking in and pressing the pelvis back behind you, but keeping your chest out. As you do this, you're going to feel a little mini stretch through the inside leg. My toes turned out slightly, and the knees tracking the toe. If you want to take some of the support away, arms up. I don't want your chest to do this, or any rounded position as you sink into that squat. So see my body position there, like that, but not like that, okay? So as I sink in, side view is going to be here. Now the deeper you could go, the better. Sink. 4, as long as you can keep your chest up. 3, 2, and 1, all right? And then come to the other side of the mat, and then you're going to go into the other leg. So my toes turned out slightly as I sink into that sort of side lunge. My knees tracking the toe, chest is up, and you're just thinking about maybe as your foot hits the floor, you're sitting back and the pelvis is going behind you, but your chest is up. So you're going to feel a mini stretch through that inside leg, and then the arms can float up, okay? So sink, and then feet together. Sink, and then feet together. Sink, and then just keep the chest up, okay? Head up, chest up. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, then bring your feet in. Okay, I'm just going to give you a side view of this movement. So side view, feet together, take one leg up, grab a knee, elbows wide, press the knee into the hand. How tall can you be on the standing leg? And then down. I want it to hold for 3 seconds. So ready? We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and down, feet together. Up you go. 1, 2, 3. So what's your balance like now? Elbows wide, really tall, eyes looking forward. Almost try and sort of feel like you're giving yourself a bit of a double chin back here, but your eyes are forward. So really tall through your spine. 1 more of these. 3, 2, 1. Good. And shake the legs. All right. I'm going to face you for this one. Feet together. Hands on the back of the head. All right. So from here, I want you to take your knee out to the side, and your toe is going to lightly touch the mat. And then from this position, you're going to do a little side crunch at the top. And you're going to breathe out. So you can lightly touch the mat. Now, as you do this side crunch, I want you to feel this side of your rib cage getting longer, and feel this side of your body as you breathe out. Okay? So I want you now to speed it up. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet together, shake the legs. All right, now we're going to the other side. So hands on the back of the head, nice and tall on your spine. Take the leg out to the side, lightly touch the floor. So I haven't moved my upper body yet, but seeing how high I can get this knee, and I'm balancing. And then I want you to side crunch, and then you're going to breathe out as you side crunch. Feel this side of your ribcage get longer, and then as you breathe out, feel these muscles on this side of your body contract, okay, as you breathe out. So imagine you're doing a little crunch on the floor and you're working your sort of core muscles, your tummy muscles here, the muscles at the side of your body. Okay, so ready? It's a bit quicker. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then shake the legs. Good. And then shake the arms. All right, so come to the end of the mat. Give me a roll down, so shift your weight forward, roll down, come all the way down to the mat, walk out, keep the legs straight. If you can, push up position. Okay, so stand into your arms. Okay, remember you're not sunk in, your neck is long from here. Okay, so from here, that's your push up. And now I want you to press your arms back, pressing through your arms, legs and your heels now are heading down towards the mat, and then come back on to toes. Okay, so pike up. All right, pike up. So just press the shoulders back towards your hands and then come into a strong plank position where your shoulders are way over your hands, but your hip hasn't dropped like this. So if you're working out with anyone, have a look next to you and see that their hips haven't dropped like this. Yeah, tell them to pull their tummy in when they're in this plank position and keep their hips high. All right, now take your feet apart a few inches. Now I want you to pike up and see if you can touch your opposite toe with your opposite hand and then come back into that plank strong position. 9 and back in. 8 and back in. 7, 6, 5, touch that opposite toe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then into a plank position, come down onto your knees, and then sit back. Take a little shoulder shake, arms are way out in front of you, and your bum is on your heels. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so now we're going to come onto your bums. I want your hands facing, fingers facing towards your feet. Okay, we'll do a little tricep work. If you want to make this a little bit easier, I want you to keep your bum down. So feet about hip width apart, feet, knees all tracking. So just going to bend the arms behind and then press through the arms and then come up, chest up. Okay, so you sink down and then reach. If you want to make this tougher, you're going to lift your hips up. We did this sort of reverse bridge sort of move earlier, but I want you to bend the arms here and then press through the arms so they're straight. So your bum lightly touches the floor if you can. 8, 7. Don't let the elbows flare out wide. Keep them elbows pinned in tight behind you. Okay, so the elbows are pointing to the back of the room as I sink down. Elbows are pointing behind you. 4, 3. Feel your feet as you press up. 2. And 1. Good. And then shake the arms. Okay. And then from here, hands behind you. And if this is too much on the wrist, this one, come onto your forearms. Okay. And then you're just going to lift your hips up and down like that on your forearms. Otherwise, your hands are facing front, or they can be slightly turned out to the side. Now this time, I want you to bend the arms. And then as you press through the arms, I also want you to drive your hip up as high as you can. So you sink down through your arms and then drive your hip up. 8, 7, 6, press. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, come down and then shake the arms. All right, so onto your back. Come into a chest lift with one leg bent at 90 degrees and the other leg straight, toe pointed, okay? From here, I want you to go opposite elbow to opposite knee for crisscross. So just a little movement where we turn the upper trunk, elbow is starting to sort of point towards the ceiling. But rather than the elbow coming over the knee and just swinging your elbows badly like this, I want your opposite shoulder to move towards your opposite knee. And you're going to breathe out as you as you move across. You're going to breathe out. So we're going to go 10, 9, speed it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then grab the knees in. Pull the knees in for 8, 7, 6. Shake them side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come forwards. And then it's similar to the side plank we did earlier. And this is the next move is too hard. I just want you to go into your second set of side plank. Forearms down, knees down. You can even take one leg out like this if you want to. Otherwise, onto your wrist, hand up. Okay, so big move. Now from here, I want you to reach over your head. And then as you bring your hand down towards your thigh, I want you to drop this hip down and start to look at your feet. And then you're going to reach over your head and lift the hip up. 5. Hip drops down, look at your feet. Reach over, look that way. Yeah, and then look at your feet. So from one wall over to the other wall and reaching that hand. How far can you reach? 2 more. And 1 more, reach. Good, and come onto your knees, over to the other side. So remember, you have forearm down, knee down, side plank here, or obviously a much harder move, side plank on your hand, arm up, and then reach over your head here. And then as you come down, you drop this hip down towards the mat and look that way, and then reach over. So for 5, drop down. 4, this arm is straight, the shoulder is away from the ear. 3, look at that all. And then how far can you reach? 2, and 1. Good. Come down onto your knees, sit back, take a stretch. Have a little shoulder shake. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, onto your forearms now. Into a sort of plank position on your forearms and feet, okay, with your hips up. If this is too much and you're tired, I want you just to hold the plank on your knees and forearms. Otherwise, from here, and now I want you to get your feet together, roll from one side, hip drops and hips to the floor, come on to a lovely high sort of plank position, and then drop the other hip over. Now breathe out as it drops over, and then bring it into the center. And see if you can keep your head still, fixed firmly on your hands. Keep going. So drop one hip over, and then the other hip. Give me 4 more. Over, 4, and in. 3, 2, and 1. Good, and then sit back, take a stretch. Okay, and then come up onto your bum. Hands behind you. So I want you to, imagine you were sitting nice and tall, and now you're just leaning back, and then you're just going to keep your body sort of there, leaning back, and you're going to take one leg up into tabletop, okay? And then from there, you're just going to reach that leg forwards, come back in, and then the other leg, okay? So that's the easy version, okay? And if you want to just stay with the easy version, keep the hands behind you for support. Otherwise, take your hands away, legs up, you're going to reach one leg forwards, come back in, and then the other leg. As you do this, for the moment, I just want you to see if you can keep your body still. It wants to lean back as the leg goes forwards. Okay, so flex the foot. 8, 7, 6. Breathe out as you reach. 5, so the toes are pointing up. 4, arms are long, reach. 3, 2, and 1. Come back in. Grab the knees. Come and sit up and have a little shake through your body. Now everyone's going to put the hands behind you. And you know that little tricep prep we did earlier? I want you to get that movement going. Now legs up in tabletop, one up, other leg up. Now as you go back, as you lean back, the legs, but one leg is going to go forwards. If you want to make this easier, one leg goes forwards and then the other leg goes forwards. If you want to make it tougher, both legs go forwards. You're going to scoop your belly and you're going to breathe out. So we're going to go 8, breathe out, lean back, 7. So tuck the tailbone under as you reach your legs. 6, now ready, point the toes, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it off. Okay, last move. Come onto your back, legs up into high in the air, but cross them over. Take your hands, and I want you to reach up towards your toes and see if you can touch your toes. For 10, breathing out. 9, arms are straight. 8, see if you can keep the legs still. 7, breathe out high in your chest. 6, 5, 4, reach up. 3, 2, and 1 more. Good, pull the knees in, well done guys, that's it. Good stuff. Right, so I'm just going to turn off the alarm and then we'll do a couple of quick stretches. Yes, got it, good, well done. Okay, so come up and stand up. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us today. So there's a few sort of movements through your body. If you do have a little bit longer to stretch, then, you know, if you obviously you might have a little bit of time on your hands. Oh, good time flow. Hello, flow. And you go from side to side, okay? So if you've got a little bit more time, and if most of you know what stretches do, then do possibly spend 10 minutes. You'll take your one leg out to the side. You're going to sink in, this toe turns out, and sink into this leg, and feel the stretch on your inner thigh over here. I'm going to make it a bit more intense. Put this elbow down, take your arm over your body, and reach for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then spin your feet so your knee tracks your toe. Sink in, feel a stretch on the inner thigh. Flow. And then take your hand over your body. Nothing like stretching with a spaniel. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back in, walk your feet in. And then from there, stand up nice and tall, shift your weight forwards. You're going to dive down towards the floor, roll down through your body, and then hold here, head between your arms. And then from there, you're going to turn your arms in and out, okay? And then from here, you're going to swing your hands from side to side. Lovely flow. Swing your dog from side to side. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stand into your feet, uncurl as you stand up. Good, roll the shoulders, push your arms forward, soften the knees, head between the arms. And then hands on the bum, open up the chest, lean back, squeeze your bum, pin the elbows back, open up the chest, look at the ceiling, push the hip forwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to stand on one leg. If you need to hold a chair or a wall for this. So knees almost together, push the foot into the hand and push the hip forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then foot down. Grab the other foot, knees almost together. Push the foot into the hand and push the hip forwards. Okay? 4, 3, 2, 1. And then feet together, arms by your sides, ear to shoulder. Opposite hand down towards the floor. Push this hand down into the center, ear to shoulder, opposite hand down. And into the center. Okay, so remember, tomorrow you're going to need socks, a slippery floor, and a couple of sort of flannels for your hands as well. Something that you can move on the floor and your hand is going to slide on top of a little small cloth, okay? 2 of those and socks on and the slippery floor. So set yourself up. Hopefully Flo and I will see you at 11 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you, Flo. Good work.